Hello, Steve Arts 89. Well, the whole health insurance CEO assassination thing. I did a video about this, and then right afterwards, Luigi was caught. And I'm like, well, that video doesn't really count anymore. So I thought I'd do another one. Now, the most interesting thing about this was the way it was perceived by the public versus the media. The media, who's mostly rich people, part of the elites, just couldn't understand what was happening and didn't understand why people were not just not sympathetic, but actually celebrating what happened. I'm not saying I am, of course, but I wouldn't say I was upset by what happened. The feeling that some people have is that the healthcare institutions, insurance institutions, they are deliberately denying or going out of their way to deny people healthcare to save money, to be more profitable, and that is killing people. People who are not getting the healthcare they need are dying. And some people try and distance this and say, oh no, they don't kill anyone, they just deny people the care that would save them. No, they're killing people. These people are mass murderers, basically. So if a mass murderer was walking around gunning people down in malls and in the streets, would anyone, think twice about someone stopping them? No. If this was some sort of military regime that was like, sending out the army and killing thousands of civilians in some sort of dictatorship and someone assassinated that person, would people be upset? No. That's why people aren't upset by this. A lot of people are angry about the healthcare system and they're celebrating because they think these people are getting, they think there's karma involved. And I have to be careful what I say so I don't get this video deleted and me cancelled. But now some people are speculating that Luigi isn't the guy because he was dobbed in by a McDonald's worker who obviously is poor and was trying to get the money. But instant karma, I don't know if it's a he or she, they didn't call the right phone number and they're not getting the reward. Because they did it for a reward, not to do the right thing, but for a reward. So they're not getting the reward, so oh dear. Because he wasn't getting caught and people were speculating it was because people were okay with what he did. They didn't want to dob him in. So the fact that someone did, people were calling this person a traitor and so forth. So it's been very interesting to see how this has gone. Just to see people like Don Lemon, who's like a millionaire, try and get his head around people being like this about it. And he went on and, God, he actually mentioned his his dog being denied like pet care as some sort of comparison to say, no, poor people, I understand. No, you don't. Because if you get denied healthcare, if your expensive healthcare doesn't cover you, you can just pay it. No one in your family has gone without medical treatment because they didn't have the money because they were denied, their claim. So people like him who are out of touch with the majority of Americans just couldn't understand, or because they work on behalf of rich corporations, of course had to take the other side and act like they couldn't understand, or maybe they honestly couldn't understand why people were celebrating this. And one of the interesting things is one of the large healthcare companies who was just about to start charging people if their anaesthesia just went over time and putting limits and stuff like that, they turned around and said, we're not going to do that now. It's okay. We're not going to do that now. Please don't come for us. And people are like, no, that's the wrong response. You do that, then they're going to think if the public thinks if they keep doing this, then they're going to get what they want. They're going to keep doing it. So that wasn't a smart move for them, but some people might be not upset about that either. So I've got to be careful what I say as well. But they finally caught this guy Luigi. They found him. Apparently it's him. Now some people are saying it isn't because when you look at the photos, that cheekbone doesn't look like him. The gap between the eyebrow doesn't look like him because this guy's almost got a unibrow and is quite thick. Now, is it a bit of an angle? Could that change the perspective that much and emphasize above the brow as opposed to in between? I'm not sure, but the fact that he was found of all this really incriminating evidence that even an imbecile would know what to do with, and this guy went to an Ivy League school and he's very intelligent, it does seem a bit suspicious. As far as conspiracy theories go, this is an interesting one, but, it's still a conspiracy theory. But yeah, so I just thought it was interesting. I want to talk about it for a minute. I am, like I said, not on the side of the health insurance companies with this one. And people saying, what about their family? Well, what about the families of all the people that man killed through his actions, through his role? I don't, there's no distance, the indirectly thing, no. They're dead because of what he did. So the idea that these companies think they can just do this as a career and make a career out of killing people and that people are going to be okay with it, now we're realising that's what they're doing. The Americans, now it's not quite the problem we have in Australia because we have universal healthcare with a few issues, but for the most part it works. Americans don't, so hopefully this ushers in some reform, but who knows, we'll see. I'm going to go. Feel free to share, like, comment, subscribe.